black to the yellow, didn't it?
I know. I don't know why they do that, but
Because kids can't spell.
oh, okay.
I don't know what that has to do with colors, but the way the world works, Trump may be getting in. So
I mean, hey.
we got to turn everything around.
Right. Hey, listen.
Absolutely.
And listen, I'm glad to be talking to an artist that at least cared or knew enough to say something about that.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
I am blessed to be here in the presence of yellow and red checkers.
Awesome. Well, I'm blessed to be with Pope Adrian Bless.
Oh, man.
One of, and I mean this when I say this, one of my personal favorite MCs from Indianapolis.
Thank you so much. That means the world to my spirit.
Yeah, does it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh,
you know,
cool.
It's the simple fact that, you know, you didn't have to say it, but you said it, and God has allowed me to take that in, so I can only use that as fuel for the next motion.
Nice.
And that means a lot to me. Absolutely.
Awesome. So, should I kick the game off? You want to kick the game off?
Oh, man, look, let's do it, man. Listen, man. Hey, man, do what you feel. Red is a dominant color on the checkerboard. The color scheme is.
Yes.
Red is the most vibrant color in the wheel.
Yes.
And since you are in control of said color, please, by all means, kick off the matrix and let's see if there's any glitches involved.
Well, let's do this.
Absolutely.
There it is.
Dude, boy, I ain't done this since my 5th grade teacher was crying. My mama one time called her to the school and cussed her out so bad she wore sunglasses the rest of the class period. I asked God why, and God responded with, "You shouldn't be tripping off no glitter." That's what it was.
Well, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, nice hymn there.
Thank you.
I love the Negro spiritual harmony.
Thank you, man.
If you can, let us know about your music, though, because that's why I got you here to converse. What's up with Pope Adrian Bless music?
Oh, look! It's your move, by the way, brother man. Listen to me, man.
All right.
I have the answers for you. It's about to go down. Here's why.
Right.
I'm on a tear this year. I sat and waited. I said to myself, you know what? Let's wait till the final quarter.
Right.
To shake some things up. Because, you know, everybody loves the summer and they want to capitalize on the weather.
True.
I said, okay, that's cute. But everybody's so scared of the fall and the winter. So, you know, instead of releasing a plethora of singles, I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm stepping up. I'm going to give people 3 projects back to back to back.
Okay.
And we're starting the Our God for the People campaign this Thursday. Suicide Radio, Birdcage Sessions presents Suicide Radio. My brother Dave, Jeff, and I collaborated over this for the past year. We are making sure that we're changing the tide of sound.
Right.
And we're going to try to supersede the sound of Indianapolis. We structured it and we had calculated and we made sure that every single sound and nuance involved would shake the situation up. If it does not inspire you,
Right.
you will quit.
Okay.
But if you quit, then this was not meant for you. I am here to bring light and competition back
Nice.
to the game. Not only that, next month I will release Eastern Conference, and that's a little bit harder.
Okay.
Somebody will hate me after that. Beast will come out in December,
Right.
and this is 10 tracks all together.
Yeah. 10 tracks all together, and you're right. Sometimes it just ain't for you.
It ain't for you.
Connect for a brother.
I know, because I looked at the structure and said to myself, this convo is getting so interesting, he Sigmund Freud me.
Right. But
And that's fine.
we have a chance for 2 out of 3. You want another round?
We can. I enjoy these situations.
Beautiful.
It's like
So-
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, you know?
So I dig it. So,
Indeed.
Eastern Conference, that
That's
title
right.
stuck out to me.
Yes.
And obviously, when you say Eastern Conference, to me, I think NBA. I think Indiana Pacers.
Yes.
I think we're in Indianapolis, Indiana. We are in the Eastern Conference.
Yes.
Am I correct on me thinking that you feel that you are the Eastern Conference champ of Indianapolis lyrically?
That's a great question. Now I'm going to tell you the best answer I can. My therapist told me a couple years ago, she said, never lie because your mind will be confined by the lie.
Okay.
Here is the honest truth.
Right.
I believe that I'm only helping build a structure for the East. Maybe it's the small-minded thinking on my behalf, but I came from Crosstown. which is a very, very prominent piece here. Vice Lord City, all that extra shit, Headshot Central, whatever. And I love where I'm from and what I do, but I also know the music that fuels that side of the city. Do I believe I'm the best? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, we should all believe we're the best at our craft. If we don't believe we're the best at our craft, then why are we doing it for? We're not doing it for shits and giggles. I don't believe that you're going to be a nurse just to help people. I mean, yes, you can, but you're going to want to be the best person you can be, because you're going to want those people to know that you care so much that you will give every bit of you to ensure that they find peace. So in my situation, yes, I'm the best MC, so be it.
Right.
Who cares? That's cute and shit, you know?
Right.
But that's not going to pay a bill, because this is what's really going to pay a bill. Being able to build the sound that'll change the shape. So I feel what's more important than being the best is being an innovator. I must be a trendsetter, because you can be the best today and lose horrendously tomorrow. It's not, it's, you know, it's a subjective sport we play.
Right.
And, give me 2 points, because see, I would have done that, but the way the world works, I'm going to sit down and come over. Yeah, nope.
Thinking man, I like it.
I have to make sure. I don't play chess well, but Connect 4 saved a couple lives. But it's about innovation. You know, I'm not here to be the best. I'm here to be legendary. I'm not here to be number one. I'm here to be a beast. I want, when my name is stated, I want to make sure that people can sit and remember what I've done, not about how I was in the moment. I don't compete. There's no reason to compete. It's subjective, so be it. But at the end of the day, my thing is, if you don't give me something that I will remember. God, Solange just dropped a project.
Right.
The same woman. Listen, let's look at the chronological time order.
Right.
You were Beyonce's sister. You were the stepchild ugly. You kicked Jay-Z in an elevator. We knew you.
And spit on them.
Oh, you David Beckham, Joe Camel in the elevator. You got hot. But then all of a sudden, boom, cranes in the sky. It's so hot. Come and even put a verse on it.
Right.
And I'm thinking, and then that, if that don't tell you anything, that should tell you it doesn't matter how you look in the moment. It's about what you create in the next moment and how impactful that is. Solange ain't the greatest, and we are aware of that.
Right.
But it's a shock. It's a crazy shock. With Suicide Radio dropping on Thursday, I made a vow to myself. I said, if I'm not a fan of my material first, then there's no need for me to create it. There is no way in the world I will sit and build something for the masses, because I'm selfish. I'm selfish. It's kind of like, who said it? Remember a couple years ago I watched a Gunplay interview. I think he was on The Breakfast Club, but he made a statement that was very, very powerful. He said, I'm not trying to be that guy, but if I don't love my music, how can I give you my music? You know, I had somebody ask me the other day, they said, Pope, how do you listen to yourself? I said, because I'm a fan. If I'm not a fan, then I'm not being honest. If I'm not being honest, I don't want to give you something that's not me. You know, I have 45% of records I've released I'm not a fan of, but I done them because I felt obligated to do those records. And now I'm so free and I don't care. I feel like Lil Wayne fresh off the contract. This is what Lil Wayne's supposed to feel like right now. I'm like, this is how I feel. I am not here to be the best. I'm here to be legendary. I'm here to be top 5 everywhere. Because, you know, being in Indianapolis is a great place to be complacent in. You know, absolutely. But the problem is we have so many people that want to rap and engage and learn nothing. Instant gratification is their kick. I'm treating this thing like I'm brand new. One thing Biggie said before his passing, he said Diddy told him, Puffy at the time, told him that he got to treat every project like it's his first and or last. And it gives you a renewed spirit every time you go in to do these type of things. And in my mind, I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to come in like it's brand new. I'm gonna give you an analogy. A lot of my sports entertainment friends and family will understand this.
WWE.
Right.
Get it.
Right. Kurt Angle was one of the most decorated world champions in history.
Yes. Fact.
Period. The same year Shawn Michaels came down from the rafters was the same year that Kurt Angle was introduced to sports entertainment. He developed a jealousy, power of jealousy, which led to a beautiful, beautiful clash of two legends at WrestleMania. Now, granted, Shawn Michaels lost, doesn't take nothing from him. Kurt Angle's a phenomenal, phenomenal performer. The issue is his jealousy drove him, right? So they end up having 2 out of 3. Shawn wins 1. I think he won the next 2. Kurt Angle goes to TNA. Granted, being a decorated champion, how much more can you do?
Right.
And I can see where you can win.
Yes.
So I was already there. So
I'll let you finish while I just.
Oh, you're good. Thank you. That's all I need. That's all I need. Black Lives Matter.
You know what I'm saying? It always does. But I'm sorry, but finish. I have one more question for you. So.
Yes, sir. And he went to TNA, and he was hungry again. Right. He was like, you know what? I want to start from the bottom. I want to take on the X Division athletes. I want to go against the subtle tag teams, the D-listers. I want to show that I can get back to the top without losing my spot, because people get so complacent and it's easy to do. So in my head, I'm like, you know what? That's how I'm going to treat it. So in my head, I didn't release nothing before Suicide Radio. No. Suicide Radio is my debut album. And that's how I'm going to play it. So I'm going to play it like I'm brand new, because the hunger's still there. Because nobody is inspiring nobody to get up and be the best they can be. Every time I turn around, I look at these youngins, whoever there may be, no shots or shade. Right. But the yes men game has to stop, because they're telling you these things, but you're not growing. They're stunning to grow. You're drinking coffee at 4 months old. Why are you not getting no taller when you're 18?
Right.
Because your mom said, well, listen, you know, this napping stuff, it's been 2 days. This napping thing has to stop. Okay, we need to get you up, Jesus. My tent is leaking. You're going to figure it out. I am hungry again. My goal is to be legendary by any means. That means if I must change the sound, so be it. That means if I must sit and put my foot on competition neck, so be it. I'm not looking for the radio. I'm not looking for what people looking for. I'm looking for real people. My goal is to spread the message to real people. I'm not out buying plays. I'm not buying placement on blogs. I'm not sitting there buying sponsorships that are getting me nowhere. I'm not going on my SoundCloud and seeing fake comments. No. My goal is to get real people, because therapeutically and statistically, hip-hop has the power to cure depression and anything internal. We have to use it more. Kendrick's doing it, fine, and they still want to shun him. Absol been doing it, don't want to give him no credit. But we can sit and play the Black Beatles. I was like, oh, not music. I love Travis Scott shit. I love it.
Right.
But I want to be able to say, I got it. There's no better gratification than knowing that there's somebody that can say to you, you saved my life. You were able to help me through times. Green Apple Gatorade came out, shook a lot of people up. I had people hit me. Some people heard Suicide Radio, saved them from suicide themselves. It shook me. There's not enough money. It's not enough labels. It's not enough contractual contingencies to make me sabotage the sound. So my goal is to recreate the sound and get to the people it needs to get to.
Gotcha.
That's why I met with it. So that instills a hunger. And then my daughter's here. You know?
Congratulations.
Thank you. If my daughter doesn't eat, no one eats. But the only way for that to happen is if I dig deep enough to ensure that the hunger's still there and the fire continues to grow, and I drink butane daily and I don't stop going. I don't stop going. Because people get too complacent here. There's a bigger goal, man. I had a conversation with a cat. He told me, he said, man, Indianapolis, man, boy, when you get love here, man, it just don't stop. I said, okay, bet. I said, but I want you to cross state lines and tell me the same thing. I went to South Dakota, loved it. Rocky experience, but it was learning. I went to Chicago, beautiful experience. Ohio, beautiful experience. Wisconsin, I made history. I've done a lot of different things, but I had to take a lot of bumps. And I'm okay taking the bumps.
Right.
A lot of people don't want to take the bumps. I'm here to take the bumps, bruises, and the falls if it means that you're going to get your ass up and do something for yourself and make sure people know, because we are diluting the whole culture, man. I'm here to shake the culture.
Though, So, with all of that, suicide radio,
Yes.
you mentioned therapy. I think it's commendable for young black male, young black artists to even take that route, because you know where we come from and how we're all raised as black delegation.
Yes.
That ain't really something that we embrace.
Absolutely.
I want to know exactly how important was that for you to do in relation to your artistry.
Therapy was a kick because I was 17.
Mm.
I was diagnosed with bipolar depression. So it's kind of, you know, you ever meet people who are just too smart for their own good?
Right.
You know that one kid you was in class with that just didn't do shit, didn't do nothing. He in class sleeping, nothing turned in, and you wonder how the hell you gonna pass, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
But then you realize as you got older, Jeffrey knew. He knew the schematics. He knew what made sense and what didn't. He knew it was a Ponzi scheme involved. He knew there was propaganda involved. He knew that they weren't teaching him anything that was relevant to how he was going to live his life. He understood it. So instead of going against the grain and playing by the rules to be able to change it, he just shut down. It was like that with me in therapy. I understood what I dealt with and what I was going through.
Mm-hmm.
So you're giving me a packet every week to write down how I feel all through the day. You're giving me medicine that's making me sick. And this is government officiated medication. So it's not necessarily you are helping me, you're giving me something that's touched by government, hence why marijuana is not legal everywhere, because the government can't touch it all the time, right? So was it as a big factor in terms of my artistry? No, but what it did, by the grace of God, it gave me the platform to talk about it openly, because I'm not trying to be the guy that's out starting anything. There's nothing new under the sun. But nobody in the artist community that I can recall, I could be wrong, if I do research I may be wrong, but I don't recall nobody ever openly speaking about what is wrong with them and what's the situation with the chemical imbalance, because everybody was ashamed. Everyone was ashamed to say they were depressed, because everyone wants to say man up to you. When you don't have the strength to get up and there's nothing physically wrong with you, everybody thinks you're crazy. Just because you can't see a chemical imbalance does not mean there's no chemical imbalance. So instead of me bitching and complaining and crying and people telling me to man up and all this other shit because they couldn't see it, because I don't have Tourette's. You know, I'm not in special ed class, so you're not going to see it tangibly. I took that and said, you know what? I'm going to do the fuck I want to do. And I'm going to make what I want to make. And I'm going to give people what they feel and what they relate to. It's all about the emotion. So therapy played a footnote role, but it also played a very concentric role, because I was able to tell people it's okay. Because guess what? You're not a punk. You're not wrong. You know, yes, you don't want to get out of bed today. I'm not telling you to stay there. I'm saying you are completely normal. Dude, you know, like you go back centuries and centuries, people who have mental illnesses, which are described today, were considered shamans. These people were able to dictate and tell you what was happening. They just didn't hear voices because they were crazy. They heard voices because they knew the future. They understood what was happening. But the way the government worked and how they want to water everything down, because we can't be too smart. Hence why the election's happening, and it's a big puppeteer show. I have no problem saying I'm not voting. Judge me. But what am I voting for? It's the same thing. It's therapy forces you, if you're willing, it forces you to think outside the box and figure out things for yourself, because the paperwork ain't gonna do it, the medicine won't do it, depending on your therapist. I had a therapist that graduated from the University of Phoenix, my second one. I'm like, why are we here? I should be talking to you. What's wrong with you? You was on a train and a man kept staring you down. You was sweating profusely. You had an anxiety attack. You talked to me.
Wow.
What's the difference? So therapy did its thing. But without it, I won't be able to tell people the truth. So that's what I garnered from that.
Well, Pope,
yes, sir.
I appreciate the knowledge, the game. And unfortunately, you did lose twice at Connect Four. So
I have no problem saying that, because you know what? I ain't played Connect Four since I was a fetus. So
I dig it. And how this works is now you have to sing a song.
Ooh, I've been in this bitch, been up since 2 a.m. Other niggas, bitches, all in my DMs. Ooh, I've been too busy getting to the paper. I've been too busy. I just been grinding. You can thank me later. I know you hear me. Codeine and a blunt. I'm leaning and swerving with double cup. I'm sipping muddy on not 65. That's it. There you go. You asked for it, you got it. All right, I ain't gonna lie.
Well, listen. Even though we kind of broke format, we can do that for Mr. Pope. Suicide Radio, Eastern Conference, and
Beast.
The
Treyway body bag. It is body bag season.
And where can they reach you at to follow you and stay in tune with your music?
Ooh. Happy birthday to www.popeadrianbless.com, Facebook, Pope Adrian Bless, Instagram, Adrian Bless KTDA, Twitter, Adrian Bless KTDA. We're on Spotify, iTunes, Apple, Tidal, all this other stuff. And I do have a personal Craigslist ad if you're looking for some stuff like ghostwriting and therapy. I'm not licensed, but I got your back. And I cook the best corn too. I bake it.
Well, that's awesome. This guy's really talented, very brilliant. But this is the end of another cool conversation with Cam Quotes. Listen, life is a culmination of good and bad decisions you make. So please, don't have unprotected sex with somebody you hate.
Because guess what? Condoms are breaking. Condoms are breaking every single day. Every single day. They're making stuff to work. No. Because I'm going to jail. Yeah, boy.